So before I get started with this, if you're new here, I'm a 30-something-year-old Black woman who doesn't work anymore because this is the life that I wanted to have. And I did this without being a millionaire, without winning the lottery, and without even having six-figure savings. I want to use my channel to inspire you to live your life, however it is that you want to live it. And I'm hoping that this video will help you more with the how part of that. So in my previous videos, I talked about the 3 steps to living the life I want, which is to figure out what I want, figure out the trade-offs to get what I want, and then take action to get what I want. And this video is going to focus more on that action part. Now, there are different ways to take action on the things that you want. For me, it was a combination of things like investing, saving, and moving provinces and then countries. I talked about the moving part in a previous video, so if you're interested in that, it'll be linked in the description. However, one thing that I wish I knew that I think probably would have helped me to get to what I want much quicker was the 12-week year. So you may have already heard some of your favorite YouTubers talking about this. It's a book by Brian Moran and Michael Lennington, but the premise is that you decide on a few things that you want to do for the year, and then instead of taking the whole year to do those things, you do all of those things in 12 weeks. I think it's a very interesting goal planning method because even if you don't get to the thing that you want, you would still get a lot closer than you would have and a lot quicker than you would have than if you were to take the entire year. Now, one thing that I want for this year is to become monetized on YouTube. And it has only been a couple of weeks so far, but so far I've created like 5 new videos. Like, you're gonna see this video later because it's scheduled, but I recorded, edited, and scheduled 5 videos within 2 weeks, which is wild to me because honestly, I probably would have never done this or have been this focused if I wasn't doing this 12-week year. So how does this work? I find that this is really individual. I have watched some different YouTubers and they all have their take on it, but essentially it's just outlining a few things that you want to do, the steps or actions that you need to take to accomplish those things, and then you do those steps or actions that you've outlined. But I'm going to tell you how I do it. And I also do have my planner available for purchase if you want it. It's affordable, it's only like $20, but you can decide if you want the planner after you've heard how I do it. Firstly, I start with writing out all the things that I want to accomplish during the year. It doesn't matter like how many things or how wild those things are. I just want to write out every single thing that I want to do. Then I'm going to look at all of those things and say, okay, if I could accomplish nothing else for the year except for like a maximum of 4 things, what 3 or 4 things would I be happy to accomplish? This helps me to prioritize and also helps me to understand which of the things I want to do are actually the most important to me. Now, once I've decided on the things that are most important, which are going to turn into my goals for the year, I'm going to ask myself 4 questions for each of the goals. Number 1, why do I want to reach this goal? Number 2, what do I need to do to reach this goal each month? Number 3, what do I need to do to reach this goal each week? And number 4, how am I going to reward myself after reaching this goal? Honing in on these questions will really help me to better understand why these goals are so important to me. And when I make an emotional connection to my goals, they become stronger and it's more likely that I'm going to see them through. I also do want to say a note about the rewards. It's really important that you don't skip over that part. It may be tempting to skip it because you may not be able to think of a reward right away, but that reward is going to be very helpful in motivating you to complete that goal. So in my case, I ensure that my reward is something that I really, really want, and I'm very specific with it. Like, so specific that I will add a very specific description or even add pictures of the exact type of reward that I want. For example, another goal that I have is I want to lose a certain amount of weight. So my reward is going to be 5 cute outfits that I really, really want. And in my planner, I'm going to even put pictures of those outfits. Now, once I've completed those questions for each of my goals, I'm going to create a calendar or a planner outlining the 12 weeks and what I'm going to do each week to reach my goals. In my case, I have my planner, and the planner is available for purchase, but you can always create your own planner or even create like some sort of calendar and put all of your stuff there. Now, remember that part where I asked myself those questions of what I need to do each month and each week to reach my goal? So in this case, each week is going to be a day in my planner, and each month will be a week in my planner. So essentially, everything that I would plan to complete in a month, I'm going to complete in a week. And everything that I plan to complete in a week, I'm going to complete in a day. And after I complete each day, I'm going to review my why and the reward for each goal. Well, after each day or after each week, it's really up to you, but I find it helpful to review each day or so. And this is because it's not only going to remind me of why these goals are so important to me, but it's also going to be very motivating in helping me finish my tasks each week. And it'll also help me with focusing on my goal. In a previous video, which if you haven't watched this one that I'm about to talk about, it's linked in the description below, but in a previous video, I spoke with you all about how what you have in life depends on your focus and what you think. Essentially, the more you focus on something, the more your brain will find opportunities to either highlight a way for you to get that thing or find a way to bring it about. So this step of reviewing your why very often will help your brain focus not just on the goal, but also on the importance of accomplishing your goal so that it can help you find more opportunities to bring it about. And reviewing the reward will be, like a nice motivational boost, because since you know that you're doing the steps to get to your goal, you know that you're getting closer to that reward. So after I complete each week of my 12-week plan, I'm going to ask myself, how am I feeling about my goals? And this will help me to think through whether I feel like I'm on track, why or why not, and how I can ensure that I stay on track. Now, again, this plan is 12 weeks, right? It's not 12 months long, but 12 weeks is still a pretty long time. So at the 6-week mark, which is, like halfway through, I'm going to do a little retro with myself about my goals. So a retro is a term I learned from working, but essentially it's a meeting where you review past situations so that you can make changes for the future. So to conduct a retro with myself, I'm going to ask myself 4 questions. Number 1, what went well during the past 6 weeks? Number 2, what didn't go well during the past 6 weeks? Number 3, what could I do to prevent the things that didn't go well from happening again? And number 4, is there anything that I need to change? Now, the last 2 questions are very, very important here. When I understand how I can prevent the things that didn't go well, I can create some action items from those things and put them as tasks to complete in my calendar for the next 6 weeks. The last question of understanding if there's anything I need to change helps me to understand whether I should still be reaching for those goals or whether I need to change them. Like, in practicality, are these goals actually still working for me? Did I realize as I was doing these goals that I wanted to do something else and that I need to pivot? For example, one of my other goals, I am very ambitious, one of my other goals is to make $3,000 a month passively or without working a traditional job because, I still want to own my time, right? And one idea that I had to reach this goal was to sell my digital planner for weddings. So instead of hiring a wedding planner, someone could use my planner and outline everything that they wanted for their special day. I had already created the planner a while back, and I had the website and everything. I had plans to create blogs and newsletters to generate interest. I just needed to start selling it. However, I realized probably a week into this 12-week year that selling my planner on my site might not be the best idea. My family has a decor business where they deal with that type of stuff regularly, and they would have the audience for that, so why would I not just sell it through their website to their clients instead of finding my own? So I shut down the website, and I'm going to try and sell the planner through their business instead and focus my efforts elsewhere. But I gave this example so that you can understand the type of pivot I'm talking about, because sometimes, things change and you get better ideas or other things that you may want to focus on, so you do that instead. Your plan is yours, it's your life, and it's flexible. Anyway, once I've done the retro and decided on what I need to change, I'm going to modify my planner accordingly. So I am going to set some time to do this, but I'm going to write down all of the new action items or things that I'm going to be doing for the next 6 weeks. And then I'm going to do them. And for every day that I do them, I'm going to check off that task on that day so that I can visually see that I have completed something. So to do a quick recap, the goals that you plan to do in 12 months, you're going to do in 12 weeks. You're going to decide on the goals that you want to complete, make an emotional and mental connection with those goals, do actions to get to those goals, check in with yourself halfway through, 6 weeks in, about the goals, and then you're going to do actions again to get to the goals. And at the end of the 12 weeks, you're going to give yourself whatever time, item, food, or what have you that you said you were going to reward yourself with, because you worked diligently and consistently and you deserve it. Then, if you feel like you have new goals or if you still want to expand on your current goals, you can do it again. One of the things that I really like about the 12-week plan is that even if you don't reach your goal the first time, right, you can always do it again. You can do it once or you can do it multiple times. It's really up to you. So I'm curious about you. I'd love to know what you think of this 12-week plan, if you heard of it before, if it's something that you'd like to try. Let me know in the comments below. And if you do want to try it the way I've done it, again, I do have that planner available. It's only $20 and it's $20 Canadian. So not even $20 US, it's $20 Canadian. A planner like this would probably cost more, but I wanted to make it affordable because I want to make it more accessible. Rich people shouldn't be the only ones who can plan their lives, Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I sincerely hope that this video was helpful to you, and if you did find it helpful, I would definitely appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe. Liking the video will help YouTube suggest other videos like this to you, because you're telling YouTube that you like this type of content. You're also telling me that you like this type of content, so that I'll keep creating it. And subscribing will help ensure that you don't miss any other of my videos. And leaving a comment, even to let me know that you just, you like the video, is very helpful. I think I'd probably like that the most because I love knowing that I've helped someone. That's the whole point of me doing this channel. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.